here it is, a massive heatsink, and it is a solar inverter. Already taken the back off. You can see there's a few boards in there and 4 transformers. Absolutely magic. So let's see if we can get into it. And at the end I have a couple of surprises, which might bring something quite exciting. You never know. I think if I've charged up the battery on the drill, it might be quicker. Let's see. If I've got the right bit in the end. Oh dear. Oh, little doodah, get in there. Right, let's have a look at this one. Well, nothing on that side, but turn it over. Get some light. It makes a whole lot of difference. But, as you can see in there, lots and lots of gold-plated pins in here, here, and here. These ones look a bit better than those ones, but got a couple of, or 3 crystal oscillators on there. Although I can see there's resin coating on the board, so we'll have to see how they come off. Because the MLCCs and things, I might not be able to get them off with that resin on. Never mind. I'm wondering what the chances that might be copper, which I don't think it is, looking at the colour of it. Nope. What it means, coated copper, not actual solid copper, obviously, because it's not copper colour, but inside it may well have been. I know a lot of fuse boxes have that type of thing, which I think I've got another fuse box coming my way this week. So they're coming up, changing everyone's smart meters, changing everyone's old electric meters for smart meters and everything, and they're taking out all their old fuse boxes and they're leaving them behind, and people are giving them to me, which is always welcome. Put it this way, I'm not going to turn them down. Not much there. I'll check there's not a silver contact inside these, but I don't think so. There may be some gold plating on these, if I can get that off of there. And that is also a no. Wow. And that goes in with household cable, because you can't really strip those down, they're too small. Right. Is that? No, the heatsink is still fixed on. I think I might have to take those off to get the heatsink to come off. So the battery's running out already. I hate battery operated power tools because they always run out when you use them. Batteries are not the future, I will say. Oh, another one in there. Let's see if I can get there with that. Probably just as quick like this. That's got like a resin on it. If you're into collecting capacitors, there's a couple there which are rather large. Oh, MOSFETs, look at the size of them. Nice. So as we all know, copper. Lovely. Oh, 3 more, even better. And some more gold pins in there, and these will be brass. All these ones here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of those. Lovely capacitors on there. Right, put that there. Okay, those off of there. That's the back of the heatsink, I do believe. I wonder if these might be brass. Nope. I'm always hoping. Right. These are all Allen bolts. So let's see. Small one there. I might use a screwdriver for that, it'd be easier, I think. Let's see, that one should fit. There we go. I think they go into the back of the heatsink. So once I've got these off, we can then hopefully get the heatsink off and give it away, because I'm excited to see how much that weighs. That is by far the largest heatsink I have ever seen. hoping there'll be a lot more to come from my man who does the solar, because this could be very good. They've got this many transformers in, and that is it looks like that might be little sheets of copper in there as well. So we can all hope that that is how it is all the way through, and I think it is. So that is pretty awesome. There's 4 of these. The ones on this end are slightly different, as in they're larger. I suppose they have to deal with a lot of power though, so I guess it's easier to use thicker copper. I wonder what my inverter's got in it. Might have to take the cover off and have a look inside. Not that I'm going to take it apart. Oh, you wait to see what I've got at the end. Oh, it's epic. So that's another one, the same as the last one. So again, this is the same. I've also got cables in there. I'm not sure what sort of cables they are, but there might be some copper in those. So this has got like a steel winding around the outside, and then again we've got the copper sheeting inside there. So there's 2 of those. I think there might be a kilo of copper in this, which is nice. Now hopefully, yes, it's going to lift straight off. That was easy. I have to take that piece of plastic off there. It's a little gasket going on there. Wow, that is an absolute beast. Look at that. Is that a separate one there? Yeah, that's separate. Yeah. I love a heatsink. That is a thing of beauty. Let's give it away. Right, let's see what it weighs. No way. 5.5 kilos. Or 5.44 kilos. Or 12 pounds, I say exactly, it's just flipped up. 12 pounds of heatsink. That is beautiful. Absolutely lovely. 12 pounds. Can't believe that. Right, you can go there. I'll chuck these transformers on, although there is steel and bits on there. But let's see what we get there in weight. 6.5 pounds. So 3 kilos. Yeah, I might get a kilo of copper out of those, which will be awesome. That's going to be fun taking those apart. And here is the source of my excitement. This green thing. This is also an inverter. It stands about 1 meter high, and it's very heavy. Here's one I prepared earlier. We've got fans. We've got Mahusive capacitors, I'm guessing that's what they are, with super circuit board. with chip and gold stuff. Hopefully I'm going to get into this one next week and we can take a look, but it's looking pretty epic, so tune in for that one. Well, there we go. I'm hoping you enjoyed that. I certainly did. And I did just weigh one of the other two, and they weigh 44 kilos each. So I'm hoping there's going to be a massive transformer inside there. Well, thank you for watching. Thank you for all the likes, comments. If you haven't subscribed, please do. There's a box there somewhere, I think. And I'll catch you in the next one. Keep scrapping.